Hello and welcome back to my latest video of Dying Light. I am your host, the Mad Hatter, and it's like almost 6 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up only a little while ago, so just putting the finishing touches on this. At any rate, basically we're trying to head back over to the tower, and all those white cones that you see right there on the mini map are the those stronger the stronger zombies that I was telling you about. Like right now I'm having a brain fart as to what their names are again. Now, one of the things I really wish they would have done is always to let us have the clock on the maps. This way we can like call it up and say, okay, it's this time. Excuse me, I'm sorry. You know, because right now I'm stuck for time. I don't know what to do other than, I mean, granted, I could have like went and got to a safe zone or as close to it as I can, and pray to God that I could have gotten, into a sleeping bag. But unfortunately, I didn't get to that, and yeah. Well, at any rate, I'm gonna try to get over to a safe zone. Well, the next safe zone, rather, which is where I have the waypoint marked on my map. Now, the one thing that you're gonna have to understand is while playing is that if you die when you are running around like this, the worst that can happen to you is that you get sent back to like a safe house that's kind of far off from where you're looking to go. And the other thing is you lose any and all points that you've earned, because you don't bank those points until you get to a safe area. So now basically, like right here, now if you do get enough to level up, then it gives it to you right there out in the field, and you just go ahead and pick it, and don't have to worry about that. But there's other points that you've earned that you'll earn along the way as well, and those are the points that it will not be so forgiving for. So let's see. Now the thing is that they can those zombies that are depicted on the map here by the white cones that you see. Now sometimes they're on the street level, and other times they're up in buildings. These guys are worse than the runners, and they're stronger than the runners and are smarter than the runners. Now the thing is, you can still fool them by using the fireworks to a degree. Meaning, if you see some that are on the ground and you throw them in the direction where they're at, you'll be able to throw them off a little bit, as long as they don't see you at first. Because if they see you, you can throw all the fireworks you want and it won't work. Now we kind of fast forwarded here to this point. And we're going to go ahead and get up on top here. see. That's where I'm at. That's where I want to go. That's the next one. I'm just using that as a point of reference. At night, you don't want to go and do that. Now, I fast forwarded again to this area because I'm not going to lie to you. I fast forwarded those 2 times because I ended up buying it because I missed the jump on each time and they got me. So I mean, I'm not going to go and lie to you guys. You know, I'm going to be straight up with you. Yeah, I messed up. However, this actually makes for a good argument for clearing out as many safe zones as you possibly can. Now, another thing I'm trying out, or rather, well, you'll see in a second, is this night vision potion, which you get when you start doing the potions and the thing. Now, watch when you turn out your flashlight, which I'll do in a second, and watch this. When you get into you get to actually. I think this is how like the zombies see. And everything has a bit of like a frosted kind of look to it if you look at it really close. However, I'm guessing what the potion does, like it dilates your eyes to allow for more light to come in, which I think is kind of cool. It's not like your flashlight runs out. However, your flashlight is kind of gives you away where you're at. So using this is actually a help. Now there is a skill where you can make the potions last longer, which I like that. That's actually a really cool deal. However, like I had mentioned before, play as you would like to play it because you know it's your game. You know, play how you want to play. It's all good. Now I tried to jump up on this AC unit to try to get up on here. Now I drank this last potion, and they were pretty much instantaneous. I liked how I was able to see like this, and I kept looking over the horizon like that, thinking, when is the sun coming up? But unfortunately, I believe that those lights are actually coming from the bridge that's out there. So it's a bit of false hope. Well, we can see. Oh, I'm so sorry, folks. I am very sorry about that. As we can see, out in the distance, you know, that's what that is. So we had to deal with that. And we're out of the potions, so unfortunately. Now, one of the things I don't like is the fact that you can't climb on the chain link fences like that, which I think is kind of stupid because in real life you can grab onto a chain link fence and climb. Just saying. So now I'm just trying to. Well, I tried to get my sorry butt up there. Now. Clearing out as many of the safe zones should be, at least in my personal opinion, a priority.
Keep a lookout for
the more of them you have out there, the better. So this way, in case if you do buy it, you're depending on where you bought it, you can be bought to the nearest safe zone for a res. Now.
You seem a little bit under the weather. Don't worry.
Not well. I mean, it's not advisable to really travel at night unless you absolutely have to, because there's actually a quest where it kind of forces you to, when you have to find bolter tissue, and that is a pain. So, but that's a lot later on. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw a set of firecrackers over here. Running out to get back into the tower. Now, if you are not if you're not comfortable with traveling at night, what you can do is you can go ahead and go to sleep in the sleeping bag that's there in your safe zones, or here in the tower. Now, the other thing is that you, let's say it's about an hour before it gets dark. Well, you can actually go and sleep in the sleeping bag. It'll wake you up and it's night. Then you go back into the sleeping bag and then it's morning. And I suggest doing that if you're not comfortable with traveling at night. Now here's the thing: the bolters only come out at night, but that's, like I said, a later mission.
I made it in one piece.
Hopefully, by the time you actually get up to that particular mission,
at night, it is no picnic. Got to report to him and tell him I don't have any antizin. Lying to everyone stinks, but I know the GRE is working for the greater good.
And you don't want to crap. I hate when I have brain farts. At any rate, when you go and rest like that, like, you can avoid having to do all that. The thing is that when that mission comes up, you should have enough skill under your belt to be able to do it. There's several places where you can find these guys. However, I've looked at a few videos where they had went to the bridge and followed one of them down there, and dude just jumps off and he it dies in the water, and you grab his flesh from there. In all honesty, I don't like that. In all honesty, I don't like that. I feel that that's not really the greatest, because on the bridge there's like more zombies on the bridge than in the city, in my personal opinion. And you see that machete that the guy's holding? That is actually, looks very similar to the one that you can make later on in the game when you find the plans. And
I mean, we need antizin.
I'll have a video showing you that.
From Rise? You can't be serious.
For God's sakes, I'll go. I'm not scared.
Absolutely not. We've discussed that already.
No, we didn't discuss it. You just decided that
I'll go.
Are you serious?
Well, this Rice guy has never seen my face before. Clean slate, right?
Could you guys give Crane and me the room, please?
Sir, that's Crane and I.
You sure you're up for this?
Has to be done, doesn't it?
Well, I'm not going to argue. Race's place is over here. Just find out what this will cost us and come back in one piece.
As I was about to say, I'm the last person to be the grammar Nazi in the room. However, I just felt the need to say that. I don't know why, I just do. So at any rate, Now we're going to go to sleep in the sleeping bag here. Now, during the day, especially when you get up, if you can get up early in the morning, get yourself to get yourself over to any and all safe houses around where you're
Brecken
at.
is so desperate he's ready to deal with the devil himself, Rise. And since I'm supposed to determine whether or not Rise is the one who stole the GRE's secret document, well, this is the perfect opportunity.
Now, what's going on here is that if you go around to all the safe houses around the tower and kind of work out from there, you'll earn a bunch of points for it, plus you'll be saving your butt in the long run, as I stated earlier. Also, getting to know how each of the different zombies run. Like I said, the lowest level are your standard Nazis. Jeez, I was playing Zombie Army
Jade?
Trilogy
Yeah,
earlier.
copy. Something wrong?
So please forgive me. And I want to apologize for that because I actually thought that it was coming out on a later date. But it turns out it is already out, according to what I found out for PC and whatnot.
Listen, Crane.
So
we all appreciate what you're doing, and I know you're doing it to redeem yourself, because Mir died saving your life.
Okay, let me check my bag real quick. Let's see, go ahead and mark this spot on the map. Wait, let me see something real quick. Did I miss any safe houses?
Look, I'm doing it because if we don't get Antizin from Rise, people will start to die.
You know.
You know what? Better yet, just go ahead and mark the spot.
I met Amir right after the outbreak. I didn't know him for that long, but he was the best, most decent man I've ever known. But I just want you to know that I don't blame you. Amir knew the risk. And Crane, we know that you too are taking a risk to do this for us.
Look, Jade, we'll talk when I get back with the Antizin, okay?
Okay. Just come back in one piece, all right?
All right. So basically, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna try to get over to Rise's place, and if I run into any other safe zones that need to be liberated, I'll go ahead and do that. Anytime you see any of the herbs around and you have that herbalism skill, go ahead and grab them while you can. Let's see. You are what? Wait a minute, hold on. No, oh jeez. I messed that up. Okay, there we go. So now, go ahead and jump through here. Now, one of the things that I've noticed about the game, as far as its mechanics, is well, actually, I'll talk about that later. One of the things I tried to mention earlier was that if you look at the zombie hierarchy,
That was close.
the hierarchy is you have these low-level zombies that are just kind of meander about and whatnot, and then you have your runners, and then you have I guess they're called volatiles. I forget their name exactly, but the volatiles are the strongest and as smart, if not smarter. I would say smarter than your than your average runner. So those are the guys that always come out at night that you don't want to deal with. Now the runners, they're easily the runners. Now you can throw the fireworks even while they're running at you, and they will follow that noise sometimes. That's just what I've noticed. Maybe just be my luck. However, the one thing I could tell you is if you're going to run at night and you absolutely have to, is eventually as you skill up, there's a skill for the grappling hook. Definitely get that, and if you are able to get really, really strong weapons, swords and whatnot, like katanas, I hear katanas are really good. I think they're like a gold tier weapon. I'm not sure though. Just off the top of my head, I don't know what tier it is actually. I'm just saying. However, there's like other weapons that are just, you know. The only other thing I can tell you is projectile weapons, use those very sparingly. And I actually like the melee weapons myself, but you know. So at any rate, we're almost to Rise's place, and there's going to be a sequence that you'll see in a little bit, and I'm going to let you know right now it's going to be graphic. So if you are not a fan of like of violent scenes, I would suggest that you please either A, turn off the video, or you know, just avert your eyes, you know.
Okay, Rahim, I'm here.
Because you'll
Make
see
sure
what
they
happens
see you
in a
and
minute.
know who you are. You don't want to sneak up on them. That's a good way to catch a bullet.
Wish me luck, kid.
Good luck, brother. You're going to need it.
Now, originally I thought I could actually go ahead and try to get what's in this police van. And I'm like, okay, well, let me give this a try. So I went and grabbed this, figure, let me go ahead and throw this Molotov at him. And did that, and I was like, ah, crap. And I didn't realize there was a runner right there. I was like, oh, great, you know? Now, what I should have done was, while I was on top of the bus, I could have just, you know, went and took him out from there. Because if you get up on something, on like a bus or on top of a van or on top of something, you can keep knocking them off and kind of go from there.
Rice. Brecken sent me.
Now, I wasn't paying attention at this point, and dude just came up on me, and I hate these dudes big time.
The kind I make with Rice, not with his flunkies.
Whoever busted his head. Or its head. See, it's my personal belief that zombies, once they're a zombie, they cease being a person, and they are nothing more than a monster, and you must kill them. Okay, now I'm gonna let you know right now, the scene is coming up. It's very graphic, so if you do not like scenes of scenes of very violent natures, turn around now. Either turn it off or avert your eyes.
How long have we been friends, Osman? We have been friends for a very long time. That is why I'm so surprised that you would steal from me.
Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Now I give you a choice. Very simple. Your right hand or your left.